What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another park, and this is the surprise park I've been telling you guys about at the very end of my trip. I intentionally scheduled a layover here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. First of all, new state for me. Second of all, new major park for me. This is one of my final Six Flags parks. This is Frontier City. As you can see behind me is Diamondback. They're extremely rare aerodynamic shuttle loop coaster. I have never been on one of these before. I do understand that this is closed more than it's open pretty much, but I timed my visit right, I think. I looked on the app before coming here and you know, booking my flight last minute, and I saw that all 5 coasters were running, and that's part of the reason I really wanted to come to Frontier City today, because I knew that this was probably going to be my only chance to get on all 5 coasters in one visit. So here I am, and hopefully I don't need to come back, although I do have high hopes that the park itself could be really nice. Driving in, it looked like the Western theming inside was really pleasant, so I look forward to that. Of course, this is a Six Flags property, so it's not going to be the most amazing thing in the world, but it used to be an independent park. Six Flags actually sold it off and bought it a couple times before, but yeah, they own it and operate it now, or they just do one or the other. I'm not totally sure, but they have some sort of influence on Frontier City these days, and I'm not sure if it's been positive or negative, so we'll go check it out in a second here. So yeah, we're here a half hour before park open. We're gonna head inside. I'm hopeful that Diamondback opens with the park. If not, that's okay too. Give them some time to work things out. I see a couple maintenance people on top just inspecting all the track before the park opens for the day, so that is a great sign, especially given the rain this morning, so that's awesome. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to the park. Actually, it's one of my, like I said, final Six Flags parks, and yeah, it should be a great time. So let's head in. Welcome to Frontier City here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, guys. So before we head on in, I do want to show you guys what this ride's actually going to do. So you're going to start on that launch platform over there. It's going to launch you pretty slowly off this drop. You're going to build up some speed. You're going to go through this vertical loop, and then up onto the second launch platform. There's going to be another ride up over there that's going to send you around backwards through a second launch. It's going to do the exact same thing in reverse, send you through the loop, back up. It's a simple ride design, but I've actually heard it's really quite good and has a lot of airtime and positive G's. So I'm looking forward to this. Also, this used to be one of the tracks for lightning loops at Six Flags Great Adventure. That used to be a dueling coaster with interlocking loops, so you'd have another loop going straight through this one like Loch Ness Monster. So they relocated one of the sites to here at Frontier City in Oklahoma. So pretty cool. This is already a step above every other Six Flags park. This is the entrance. You enter through this gift shop, which also has the entrance to Diamondback, by the way, which is kind of weird. But look at this animatronic. Oh my god, it's so cool. Check this out. The queue line is just uphill and then stairs all the way up to this platform. I've heard it's just like this at Elias Gardens too. They have the exact same ride. And here it is. I can't believe it's open. I'm very excited. That airtime was really good. Oh my god. First lap. Now we're gonna go backwards. Whoa! Oh! Oh my god, that was insane! Oh! Oh! I just got my first ever ride on an aero shuttle loop here on Diamondback at Frontier City, and that was fantastic. I was very impressed. In my opinion, that's one of the best arrows in the world, still operating at least. That was really good. So I rode it in the very back, and you get some insane airtime on those drops. They're not even that big. They're like 40 feet tall, 47 feet I think to be exact. I could be wrong. And you get some insane airtime. The positive G's on the loop are also really good. I'm back in the gift shop, as you can see, which is where the entrance is. I mentioned that. So odd, but actually, in my opinion, this ride, as much as it's a great fit in the lineup as a coaster, doesn't really like look like it belongs in a way. It's just, I can't see it sticking around for too long. The park looks really good so far though. Here's like the main midway, and you can see Frontier City, you got Oklahoma, You got the little star representing probably the capital, if I had to take a guess. And look at these buildings. I mean, this is really cute. It's like a mini silver dollar city. What in the world? What? Who's in the jail? Oh my gosh. That is... See, like, this attention to detail is not something you ever get at a Six Flags. And it makes sense because this didn't always used to be a Six Flags. But it's cool that they're keeping all this really cool stuff. I'm very impressed by the park so far. All right, credit number 2, another one located towards the front of the park, is Frankie's Mine Train. This is the park's junior coaster by Zamperla. It actually looks pretty smooth, which is a nice change of pace for the manufacturer. This opened in 2019, and as much as people like to say, oh, Frontier City never gets any investment, I mean, here's a little something, and you got this whole kids area that's actually pretty new and modern. Also, I just love these Western-themed buildings. It's like totally like a miniature ghost town from Knott's or Silver Dollar City. It's really cool. This park already gets bonus points for the misters. I love when parks have these. Especially on a day like today. It's 80 degrees here in Oklahoma City, and it's humid. It's right up there with Florida and Georgia as the most humid states I've ever been to. And it's time for coaster 3 out of 5. We got Steel Lasso. This is a Vekoma suspended family coaster, but not to worry, it's actually one of the good smooth ones, not the very modern ones that you're used to seeing like Dragonfly or a Dollywood. This one's actually a clone of Jimmy Neutron at Movie Park Germany. I rode that one. I was impressed because of how smooth it was, but it is a very tame ride, so I know not to expect a whole lot. We are now on Steel Lasso, Park's Vekoma coaster. Seems like all 5 coasters are running. I'm lucky. Here we go. Whoa! It's tame but fun, and it's very smooth, which I appreciate. Whoa! Good fun ride. I enjoyed that for a family coaster. Up next is Silver Bullet, arguably the most intense ride in the park. This is a Schwarzkopf Silver Arrow, I think is the name. I could be completely off. But yeah, this is a single vertical loop. Nothing too crazy, but it's a very unique ride. There's only 4 of this layout in the world, and 2 of them are in Cyprus and Botswana, which is very interesting. Okay, so we're on Silver Bullet, not to be confused with the one at Knott's Berry Farm. This is a completely different ride. And I was wrong. This is not a Silver Arrow coaster. This is a Looping Star. They're very similar layouts, but yeah, this is different. And like I said, there's only 4 of these in the world, so I am looking forward to it, even if it's a simple layout. You got all the flags lining the lift hill. We're right alongside the highway. Oh, the views from up here are really nice. Very nice. And yeah, there goes Wildcat, the wooden coaster's operating as well. So all 5 coasters are running. Here we go. Silver Bullet. Whoa! Whoa! Gotta love a good Schwarzkopf loop. That was intense. Whoa! Transitions are wonky, man. Yeah, very weird transitions. I actually, yeah, that was a little jank for sure. The way it tracks is smooth, but the transitions and profiling is very odd. But good ride. Okay, just got off of Silver Bullet, and if you ask me, Diamondback was far and away superior to that if we're talking what's the best coaster in the park. That was good, but it definitely had some flaws. There's a lot of track imperfections. Just wasn't the best engineered coaster I've done. I've done many Schwarzkopfs that are much better than that. One of which was the Wizard, which we did at Six Flags Great America recently. That was a fantastic coaster. Yeah, the vertical loop was certainly the highlight. Very intense element, but I actually prefer the vertical loop on Diamondback, especially going backwards. So yeah, I mean, glad I've done it. From what I understand, I never feel like people get on Silver Bullet and Diamondback in the same visit. So I definitely got lucky there. And here's Wildcat, the park's wooden coaster. And I recognize this. So in the queue line you have facts about all of the award-winning wooden coasters out there in the world. I'm not sure why exactly, but it's kind of cool to pinpoint all of these that I've done. So over here, Flying Turns at Knoebels, of course, been on that. It's a fantastic ride. Judge Roy Scream at Over Texas. We got the Beast at Kings Island. Boulder Dash at Lake Compounds. Wild One at Six Flags America. Thunderhawk at Dorney Park. Phoenix at Knoebels. And Son of Beast, the only one that I have not been on, from what I can tell. Oh wait, there's more over here. Oh my god. The Crystal Beach Cyclone, arguably the most extreme coaster ever built. They got the Coney Island Cyclone and then Leap the Dips. Cool. I mean, I've been on almost all of them except for like 3, and the ones I haven't done are defunct. So yeah, it's pretty cool to just kind of crack down on all the ones I have and haven't been on. Hang on, check this out. On the other side, there's more wooden coasters. I think these are supposed to be a little bit more modern. Shivering Timbers, I just did that. Lightning Racer, Switchback at ZDT's, Comet at Great Escape, haven't done that one. El Toro, Voyage, Goliath at Great America, just did that, and Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City. It's so funny, I've been on almost all these. Oh, there's even more. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Balder at Liseberg, Darling Dragon in China, Montezuma in Brazil. Wow, they really went all out. All right, we are now on our final roller coaster at Frontier City. This is Wildcat, and I read a little bit about the history of this ride in the queue line. This actually opened at a park called Fairyland in Kansas City, and then it closed down. They moved it to Frontier City, and they changed the layout of it to make it a little bit more exciting. So yeah, this should be interesting. This park definitely has quite a bit of history to it. I'm really grateful that I'm able to visit today, and also get on all 5 coasters. Here we go, point of no return. Let's see how this is. Back row, too. Shallow drops. Here we go. Whoa. It's very mild. Whoa, what is it doing? Okay. Whoa! Whoa! That's a little bit of a weird element. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! This layout's odd. It's kind of elevated right now. Oh, into the brakes. That was a hard brake. It wasn't a particularly exciting wood coaster, I will say. I just got off of Wildcat, and after riding that, I think it's so ironic that they mentioned all of these amazing wooden coasters in line, but then the one that you're riding is just kind of It really didn't do anything. Like, it was completely forceless. It wasn't the roughest, which I liked, but it didn't do anything. It was totally pointless. I think they need to RMC that, and if they did, it would be an incredible fit for this park. It would give them that one standout coaster that they really need, and especially because I don't personally think Diamondback will stick around for much longer. I just can't imagine that being the case, even though the ride's really good. So like, I think if they RMC'd this, it would be a great step in the right direction for this park. I think they deserve the investment. It's a cute park, it really is. I'm really enjoying myself. In just an hour and a half of the park being open, I've already gotten all 5 coaster credits, so at this point I'm just checking things out and walking around the rest of the park. I will say the very back is definitely more like a Six Flags, feels more like an average Six Flags park, a little bit nasty back there, but the rest of the park really does look presentable. I mean, you see with this little creek here, it's really cool. I just love all the Western theming. I just wish that continued throughout the entirety of the park, because I think then this would be a really cool place that I think you could argue is actually a theme park instead of an amusement park. Darrell's Hillbilly Shower, founded 1887. What in the world? Boot Hill. I need to read some of these gravestones. Rip John M. Shot by an Ozark Hillbilly, 1883, on the road at Moonshine Stump. What in the world, man? What is this place? Pretty gnarly. Whoa. What's funny is they had the gate closed off for the front row, but then I asked and they said the front row was open, and I was like, can I take it down? They were like, no. So odd, but I'm not ready for this backwards air time. This is gonna be sick. Here we go. Whoa! Oh no! Whoa! Oh my God! Ah! Whoa! That thing is intense as crap. I do like it more in the back, but that backwards air time was insane. All right, I just got off of Diamondback another couple times. That is a really fun ride, and as you can see by the footage, I mean, I just loved watching the mechanics of that thing and how it works. It's such an intricate coaster, really, really interesting. But yeah, it's a great quality attraction as well for how old it is. I did really enjoy it very much. In my opinion, it's a no-brainer that that's the best ride in the park, although I do want to do some non-coasters. So I'm gonna go check out their log flume attraction and maybe their rapids. And then I think I'll be ready to head out. It's definitely a half-day park. I knocked out all 5 of the credits within the first 1.5 hours of the park's opening. Did a couple re-rides on Diamondback. I'm just about ready to head out, to be honest. There's a lot I want to do in the city as well. There's a lot of different food spots I want to try, so there's plenty for me to do. Frontier City was just a really fun kind of thing to hold me over for sure. But I have been really enjoying it. I mean, look at how nicely presented this place is. It really is cool. Wow, check this out. I've never seen one of these in a permanent amusement park that isn't an upcharge. It's one of these eagle flying rides. I don't know what they're exactly called, but you'll see in a second. You'll recognize what this is. Here they go. Takes you way over the pathways. Look at how high it goes too, way back there. Wow, and then I guess you launch forwards. I'm gonna check it out. All right, last ride of the day for me is gonna be Quick Draw, which is a dark ride. I've heard absolutely horrible things about it, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do it. So let's see how bad it is.
Keep your arms and legs.
All right, it's time to see how bad Quick Draw is. I've heard this is such a terrible dark ride. These gun noises too.
This bad over thinks he can hide away with his stolen gold, but you are smart. You can find him and his pistoleros. Shoot the targets and find the gold.
What the hell is that? There is nothing happening. You can't aim, so that's one thing. Oh, finally something happens. Hey, that is kind of cool. You can't aim at all, though. It doesn't tell you where you're shooting at. What the hell? These, like, things, animatronics, I don't know what they are, but they're terrifying. What the hell? What is he going on about? I can't even understand it, and he looks ridiculous. Oh, that's it?
Great going.
Oh my God, that was so short too.
And when the car stops,
what in the world was that? That was like terrible. I just got off of Quick Draw, and that is absolutely one of the worst dark rides I've ever been on. I completely understand its reputation. That was terrible. There was no redeeming qualities about that. No audio. The gun noises were so annoying. The animatronics were like terrible, and the whole thing was so short, and like a lot of it was cardboard cutouts too. Totally cheap. I have no idea why they still have that. That is horrible. Alright, so I think that's gonna do it for my Frontier City vlog. Besides the 5 coasters, there's not really a whole lot here that interests me, but I will say it was really nice to come here, see it for myself, see all the theming. That was also really nice. I enjoyed all the Western architecture. I think that really makes the park actually, and I wish they carried that theme through the entire park. As is, my overall thoughts are that the park visually is pretty nice, but their ride lineup is severely lacking, which I kind of expected going in, but I don't even think Diamondback's going to be around for much longer just because it's so unreliable and so technologically problematic. I don't see it around much longer. And as is, it's already a weak standout coaster. It's a very good ride, don't get me wrong, but as a standout ride, it doesn't really check all the boxes that I'm looking for. Of course, I mentioned this before, RMCing the wooden coaster Wildcat here is definitely the path I think they should take. Then I think coaster enthusiasts from all over the country are going to be flocking to this place because not only do they have that, but they have a very unique Arrow, very unique Schwarzkopf, a couple of very unique rides, and actually it's interesting to ride these because you don't really see them at other parks. Obviously, us enthusiasts love getting on the biggest and baddest attractions, but I also personally love getting to experience these ultra unique and rare rides as well. That's why Diamondback was so enjoyable for me. So thank you all so much for watching. This trip has been absolutely awesome, and Frontier City, it was great to finally visit this park. Thank you again. See you all in the next one. Bye, guys.